Welcome, everybody. Today we're talking about how to get out of that rat race. Why? I thought this was a finance channel. Oh, yeah, well, you need money to be in finance. And if you're in the rat race and you got no money, what are you going to do? So, today we'll be talking about how to start a sole proprietorship, kind of the steps, the do's, the don'ts, and what I would kind of recommend. All right, steps. Let's go. Brainstorm and plan. Well, what are you going to do as your sole proprietorship? What's your business? What's your company going to be? Brainstorm. See what other people have done. Figure out what you can do, what you're good at, what you want to learn about, and plan off that. Yeah. Next step, consider investing capital. I mean, is it going to cost money to start your company? Is it going to cost money to continue your company? Like if you're doing a car washing business, are you going to need a pressure washer? Are you going to need towels? Are you going to need chemicals? How far are you going to go? Are you going to need chemicals for paint correction, or do you just need chemicals to wash the car? Next step, consider your competition. Yeah, what are the other people doing? Can you learn from them? What is their pricing like? Is there too much competition? You're not going to be successful, or are you going to find a niche in the market, or is it not that saturated? Are you going to be okay? Next step, yeah, what are the city or state papers that you need? I would not recommend. I cannot condone going under the table with anything. You can get in a lot of trouble. And yeah, just kind of just do a quick Google search. What do you need for your business, papers wise, for your city or your state? All right, final step. Don't get stuck planning. Do not get stuck in the state. It is a lot of fun to be brainstorming all this stuff. It is very fun to consider what can be, what are the possibilities, and all the money you could be making. But just don't get stuck in this, because then you'll just be here for months and months and months, and it's just wasting time. And that kind of leads into our next section. All right, the don'ts. Don't tell everybody what your plan is. If you tell everybody, you know what they're going to say? Oh, I think you're going to not be successful. Oh, I think you'd be a bad business owner. Oh, I just hate you. Yeah, they're just not going to receive it well. Every time I've done this and talked to people about my plan, unless there's already somebody who's kind of in my corner and I can trust the support, and also I can trust them to tell me the truth, then really it's just like, oh, that's a dumb idea. I don't recommend doing that. So don't tell everybody your plan. Kind of keep it to yourself. If you need to talk to somebody about it, find a close friend or family member that you can genuinely trust to tell you the truth, but also hear you out genuinely. All right. The next don't blow your revenue. When you start making money, it's going to be like, wow, look at all this money I'm making. I just made $500. That's crazy. No, you didn't make $500. Your company produced $500 and you have $0 still. So just remember, you have to replace the expenses of what your company used to do your service or your business, whatever it is. And also, you have to pay taxes. So let's say, oh yeah, I'll just blow this $500. Okay, now how are you going to pay the taxes on that $500 that you made? Also, it's not actually a total of $500 because it cost you expenses to make that money. So it's less than that. So also, do not be idle. Don't just sit around and do nothing, because then you're not going to make money. You're not going to have a sole proprietorship. You have no business. So you can't be in finance. You can't retire if you do nothing. Okay? Do not look at the big picture. This is kind of a weird one, but the big picture can be daunting. It's like, whoa, that's a lot, right? Me personally, it's a lot to just look at something and see all the steps, and it just looks unclimbable. So I would recommend, definitely for planning purposes, know where you want to be, set goals is very important, but don't get stuck looking at that big picture. I recommend, focusing on what your next step is. I wouldn't even worry about multitasking. Oh, I need to do this, 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 and this today. You start one step at a time, make sure you're doing it to completion, and then take the next step. We don't want to be falling backwards. All right, do not quit after tasting success. You're gonna be like, oh, I just made money. This is awesome. Yeah, I just made like $1,000 in a week. This is so amazing. I could okay, and then you're gonna stop working, and it's like, where'd the money go? I just had money, now it's gone, and now where's my money? Oh yeah, I stopped working. That's right. Quitting after success, you'd be surprised how much it happens. It's happened to me a couple times where I have a good business and it's like I slow down, pick it up, slow down, pick it up. Just imagine what could be if you're just a little consistent. Last don't only worry about this. Okay, treat this like a job, but treat it with passion. So just remember, it's a job. You're just here to make money. It's not life or well, it is life or death, but you know what I mean. The job is probably the least important thing in life. Like, nobody on their deathbed is, oh, I wish I had a better job. I wish I made more money at my job. I wish I worked more hours at my job. Who is saying that on their deathbed, okay? Everybody knows there's more important things in life. So just remember that while this is important and it's good to be passionate about having your own business, that there are bigger things in life. Okay. Last section. This is what I would recommend everybody do. If I were to do things again, this is what I would recommend starting with. So, bookkeeping, Microsoft Access. So keep track of everything. Keep track of client names, business names, your money in and out of the company, what your initial investment was, how much you earned for each service or each product sold, how much it cost you for each of those. That can all be done through Microsoft Access, and it's a little database that you can automatically run queries and have it run statistics for you is really good. So I would recommend starting with that and just learning how to use it. I also recommend getting a win before and after work. So when you're working on your business, I wouldn't start the day working on your business, because if things don't go well, you're gonna have a bad taste in your mouth. It's gonna be a bad day. But let's say, like for me personally, I wake up, I have my breakfast, I go to the gym, I come back, and then I can start my work. Right? I already have my day going. It's a good start. I already have food in my stomach. I already hit the gym. I feel really good. Okay, it's a good day. And then I close out my day with reading and prayer. Right? It's a boom. It's a win. Beautiful day. Right? How can a day go wrong when all that stuff is going right? All right. Next recommended. It's not a big deal. I get it. Work and money for a lot of people is life and death. Like, it is actually a pretty big deal for people, but what is worrying about it going to do for you? It's not going to change your situation. So just try not to stress over a lot of the small things, and just try to remember one step at a time, and try not to make it too big of a deal. Next, journal and notes. Yeah, I'd recommend writing down everything about your clients, their names, their addresses, what you guys talked about, things about their personal life that you can talk about next time you talk with them, because that's really going to build a real personal relationship with that person, and you're actually going to do really well in business if you can do that. Yeah, especially remembering names. That's very important. Remember names. If you're not good at it, get good at it. I'm terrible at it, and if you can do that, you're going to be more successful than most other people. All right. Final thing, sleep and eat. Do not skip out on sleep. Do not skip out on eating just to do your business, just to run your company. Okay, I understand there are crunch times, and that happens. There's definitely, like, even for students in school, there's crunch times when you're taking finals, and it can be stressful. But don't make every day at crunch time. Get your 8 hours, get your 3 meals a day, because if you don't do that, you are cooked, bud. All right, yeah, well, that's about it. Kind of a slight overview of like how I would start my sole proprietorship if I were to do another one. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you guys want a tutorial on Microsoft Access and how to kind of set up a database for your company for your sole proprietorship, leave a comment, and I can make that happen. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.